All right, we are inching closer to Impressions Expo in Atlantic City, and we're really excited about this year's conference agenda. We've got a pretty robust schedule for you, and we're talking to some of our speakers to give you a preview of some of those sessions that you don't want to miss. So today I have Joe Kramar, who is all things embroidery and has definitely been around the block when it comes to this industry. So Joe, thanks so much for being here. Are you excited to get out to Atlantic City?
Thank you so much, Christina. I'm so excited to be in Atlantic City. I had a lot of feedback, a lot of positive feedback, I should say, from our Long Beach show. And the only negative feedback I got was that our wonderful friends on the East Coast didn't have a chance to come out. So this is your chance to come out. I'm going to be speaking. Actually, I created a class session just for those who missed Long Beach. I'm basically gonna combine a couple of courses that we talked about with our technique toolkit into one, so I can provide our wonderful East Coast brethren with some awesome information on what they can do to elevate where they're currently at in their embroidery shop.
Excellent. We always love that Long Beach is just a little bit before the Atlantic City show. I'm an East Coast girl as well, so I'm happy to stay on the East Coast. But it's that great opportunity for you as speakers to hear from some attendees and then pull that into your sessions. So what was some of the feedback that you were hearing from attendees at Long Beach? What was kind of the vibes for the decorators, and what's everybody really talking about for this year?
Excellent question. What I found, at least in Long Beach, is that people, pretty much like they do every year, but people are always really excited about things that they already have in their toolbox, but maybe they don't understand how to use them. And one of the things that I noticed is that, and I've got a course basically calling, I think it's on Saturday we're going to do a course on unconventional threads. And what this particular course is going to offer is the average embroidery shop. You could be 5 years new, you could be 20 years old. I'm going to show you how to use different weights of thread and what the formula and recipes are going to be like when you use those threads, as well as how to apply them and best practices. We were really getting some gushing feedback over presenting really tiny lettering embroidery, like 3 millimeters tall. So I'm going to go over those particular fundamentals, and best practices. And so we're just really excited to show, all the different options that are really out there for the average embroidery shop, with everything readily available here and can be sourced in the United States.
Love that. That's what's great about the conference, is it's really taking into account just those different levels. We're trying to meet the decorators where they're at. So I know you talked about that session on the unconventional threads. That's going to be on Saturday. Oh, yes. By the way, you have great session times. Both your sessions. You've got Friday at 9 a.m. The expo opens at 10. So you're going to roll a little over to, I think, 10:15.
Yes.
So for the attendees, they can come in, hit up their class, and then be able to go hit the expo floor and take all those ideas and see the products ready to happen. Love that.
That's exactly right. I believe the play there is to get them all juiced up and excited so they can go down and absolutely badger the booth, all of our booth attendees, so.
Good. Hey, those exhibitors, you gotta make them work a little bit. So
absolutely. So if you're out there and you're fresh to the Atlantic City show, there's so much takeaway. Just remember that our classes and our sessions are really designed for a community. You can ask questions. This is not like a rhetoric. I've been not just designing, but developing and running production for over 30 years. And I can tell you that it's going to come from a real shop's perspective. So please come out, please ask questions, please get involved. And if I don't know the answer, I probably know the person who does.
And that is what is so important, talking to people at the show, because so many people that are the person sitting next to you, they might be going through the same thing that you're going through at your shop. and
Yes.
you wouldn't know. And I mean, a lot of people are sometimes nervous to say hi, but just do it, and
Yes, please
you're
come
gonna
out and say
meet
hi.
people.
And if anybody's mean to you, you let me know. I'll take care of it.
Very good. So okay, so Joe has got your back as you're gearing
Yes,
up for the shows. So
absolutely.
I will just close. Joe, if you've got 2 sessions. So we've got on
Yes.
Friday, you have the Unlocking the Secrets, the Digitizing, and
Yes,
Appliqué session. If
that's
you had
correct.
to pick one key takeaway that you think attendees are going to leave from that session, what would that be?
I think the best takeaway is going to be the process of running Appliqué in a production environment is probably the biggest takeaway on the Unlocking Secrets for Digitizing and Appliqué. I think
Sure.
that there's a lot of embroidery shops out there that see that as just a big cost prohibitive process, and I can tell you that it's not, but we have to unlearn a few things before we can learn them. And so that course specifically covers what we can do to make them production friendly for your shop, big and small.
Very good. And then that Saturday session on the unconventional threads. Now that one is, would you say that one is a little bit more advanced, or what type of attendee do you
I'd
think
say
that's going to be best for?
I'd say anybody who's already been sewing for a year or so, it's going to be best for. But I will tell you that I've had fresh greenhorns in my courses, and they still have a lot of inspirational takeaways. They wandered in, and they felt a little fish out of water at first, but by the end of it, they were thanking me. We were hugging it out, and I could not be more grateful for those who have attended my courses at that capacity. So really, I just believe everyone's going to get something out of it at any skill level. But obviously, for those really trying to look for that elevated look and feel to their embroidery shop, that's what I'm there to do.
Perfect. All right, so that we'll leave it there. Joe, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I know you've got a lot to still get ready. We'll be over there in Atlantic City before we know it. So
Yes.
for those who are watching, there is still time to register for the show. There's still time to add on those classes. So make sure you check out a conference pass to go along with your expo pass and attend some of these sessions from Joe and some of our other great speakers. So, all right, we will see you out in Atlantic City. Thanks, Joe. Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.